pack of pixies.
Hi, pack of pixies!
Just to be clear, someone like me,
Yeah.
who's incredibly
Good.
who is just absolutely crushing it, could go up to someone like Antera and say, "Do what I want, and I'll be rewarded for that."
I mean, it would be a slightly softer sell, but absolutely. Yeah.
Ow! What's yours? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I can handle it.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry for what's about to happen, Emily, since you were nice to me.
And Hera's inability to show up in the Great Heart Hunt is just further evidence that is definitely true. That his combat prowess is so lacking.
Snap.
That, of course, KP Hobb bested him.
Think about this. You really want to do that?
Yeah.
That he has been brought to the bloom by force. He does not want to be there, and his helper is making him.
I actually quite like this rumor about our lack of prowess. Because low expectations can be just as impairing in a duel.
Cousin, you've done it again.
Cousin, I'm going to write to grandfather.
Oh, I was also going to write to grandfather. Yes.
I thought it was so fun when Aunt Hero sent us both letters. Let's just both send
Let's do
him
the same thing for grandfather. But they're going to, is it okay if they're different?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely.
great.
Dearest grandfather, everything fares spectacularly at the bloom. Myself and Squawk, that's you, have been exemplars of decorum, Squawk especially. Being here, however, I find my imagination.
And Hera, while growing up as a child, constantly got in trouble for making, and I quote, mouth sounds. And I quote,
And
where are you quoting from?
Bad letter? Most benevolent grandfather who created birds. Humorously, the wager's only requirements are that we follow the aims you'd already set. The prosperity of the Lords of the Wing and the besting of the Court of Wonder all at the same time. Talk about maiming, not killing one of your beautiful creations with a single stone. She generously shared her victory with the Unseelie Lord, and in doing so, revealed a pillar on which we might stabilize our teetering society. This is a pun, grandfather, on the fact that the Unseelie Lord was once known as Pillar Boy, because at the last bloom, he was but a child that was often found to be peeking out from behind pillars. I believe he was shy, but I also believe his mother is just a stern breeze, and that can't be good for social skills. Anyway, we will, alas, we will make you proud. May the wind be ever beneath your wings, Lord Squawk Erebus, Earl of Peckersburg.
Amazing!
Dear Lady Featherfowl, congratulations on an extraordinary win. But more than that, it was inspired to see you share that win with Antera, who was decidedly a big boy.
I feel like we should invite her over tomorrow.
I can imagine us having tea with several persons.
The softest no.
One that's like really hot.
Like
really
Really
overheated.
shit.
I'm also available now, or?
So, now? Are you sure I wouldn't be putting you out or anything, or?
Honey, I don't put out anymore.
I
turned a new bee.
You did. I transform into my more comfortable self, and I start this letter. Dear Gwen, I hope you're well, and are adjusting to the mortal realm fine. Things on my end are also fine. Your rituals are strange, though, but it'll all be worth it. Love and magic are always worth it. Yours in hospitality, Binks.
We have a name.
The game's afoot.
I simply want to reaffirm my affections for you and my eternal desire to someday, joyfully, make our debut. Know that though I hear and see everything that happens within my court,
Squawk has a very potent and emotional moment holding either side of the bowl, and then hears Chirp and spills it all. Somebody brought us a bowl. Somebody brought us a really beautiful bowl.
The gifts are weird this year.
Imagine stealing you from Captain Hob mid-conversation only to bully you about keeping appearances. I take full responsibility for my actions.
And delivers the key to you.
Huh, key. Made my metaphor to an actual thing.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Oh, no, it's something to do with the letter that I wrote. It's a kind gesture. In KP Hob. Despite my rational brain, who has been in control of my person for many a fey millennia, my heart has taken control of this chariot I call my body, and it compels me to write you this letter. Captain, I see a lot of myself in you. Someone who navigates within a world that hardly understands. A fey caught between duty and instinct. I feel a strong connection to you, Captain Hob, and to be quite frank, it scares me. I have never been truly myself with anyone, and as you grabbed me by the wrist and looked into my eyes, I felt something I've never known before. I don't know what it is, and against my better judgment, I am willing to pursue it. Where stands you? Deloso de la Rue.
Wow.
I feel so bad for talking in the green room while you all were writing these letters.
Very scared, and I feel like I've rushed into something that I've just been introduced to. Wavi, burn the letter.
That's not the letter I expected to be burned. Oh my God.
That will be all, Wavi.
You know I love you, right?
That will be all.
And Wavi turns and walks out the door and makes a show of walking slowly around the grounds and then speeds up and heads to the goblin. She has an excellent memory, and you didn't tell her never to spread the message, just to burn the letter.
Congratulations on your shared victory, if you catch my drift.
No, we shared a cup of tea and I went to bed on time.
And I'm reading between those lines, hot damn. You know what I mean?
There's nothing between those lines. I drank tea and went to bed.
I'm sure there's something between those lines.
There is not. I drank tea and went to bed. Cousin!
I'm not always the best at speaking. I took the time, the better part of this morning, to put together a collection of pickup lines, lewd jokes, and rude drawings.
Big boy behavior indeed.
I wield the Lord of the Wings. It's in the name.
And some of them don't even fly. You know, some of them actually walk.
Some bats don't even fly.
No, birds. And I personally think that's a huge, it's always good to have a backup plan.
But
What if your bird doesn't fly? It can now walk.
Do you know one time, though, I did see an article in something called the New York Times in which a bat ran on a treadmill. And there was sort of photographs side by side of a bat running on a treadmill. So bats can actually run.
Now, I know you may be confused by a treadmill, the New York Times, or any sort of thing, but the impressive thing is that bats run. Oh, Jesus, you have a bloody nose?
Well, thank you. I will plug that up. I'll make a little walrus.
Anyway.
I don't want people to know what a glutton I am when it comes to licking up cave water.
I take out like a Game of Thrones carafe of cave water and pour it for you.
Really? And not in the morning. I really should not get started this early.
Please, you're a walrus. You know, the blinds are closed. It's just friends here. Drink your fill of cave water, your favorite food.
To be a tusked mammal and treated so well, it's...
Prying.
Nope, pry away. Pry as if you were breaking into a crate. You know, with a...
Are you the crate in this situation?
You know, I've lost track of the thread. I'll just be
Started.
while stepping out into the sunlight burns my skin.
Oh,
Perhaps it's a good burn.
I'm really bad at walking.
I'm sorry.
I mean, birds, they're just better at flying than walking often.
Then
And
maybe-
I can't fly backwards. Only hummingbirds can.
Now this is losing.
And Lord Squawk, your turn to name your flaws.
Squawk, say a flaw, cousin. Cousin, say a flaw.
I let my dick take me wherever it leads me. I don't know.
What about like let me hold your hand, the stuff my hand, sort of. I'll go with you.
Did you say suck your hand?
The pillar boy just asked me to suck his hand. The pillar boy just asked me to suck his hand.
Your grandfather invented birds. That's a fact I know about you.
Thank you for saying that. That is so nice. Usually we have to say that.
Exactly. It's honestly, it's such a burden that you relieve us of by me creating the space and knowing.
Yeah.
Because it should be said. It should be said, grandfather. It should be said. He's alive.
He's alive.
It should be said.
Alive.
But T, yes.
Rumors about me are that I get off on other people's pleasure.
This is my first bloom. I'm not sure if you knew that. You knew that, right?
Well, you certainly don't act like it.
Anyone that has caught your eye?
Well, not to turn a question into a question, but there are many in the Court of Quandor who I have been interested in. Anyone especially eligible?
Rue, perhaps.
Rue. Perhaps, indeed. Perhaps.
As far as the Court of Wonder goes, there's Devin, Bianca.
Devin.
Bianca.
To the wing, if you are pressing, you have a 2 reputation advantage on her. I will give you advantage on intimidation and persuasion checks to get the information you want.
I will excise that.
I think I will not, because this is like the only, like, one of the only women I've gotten to hang out with. And so I think that I'm like, don't want to fuck it up.
Respect.
I'll happily do that.
I love that for you.
Thing is that the Court of Wonder waves around magic like it's free. Like it doesn't run out for them. Like it doesn't run out for us. And there are courts that may...
30-20, you saw Gwendolyn move deeper into the woods and you heard a different voice speak.
In behavior that most goblins would consider freakish, Captain Hobb rises with the sun early in the morning, engages in a rousing bout of calisthenics. Squat, leap, squat, leap. Flipping a tire over, going, that's just CrossFit.
yeah.
I walk to the edge of the woods and look out at the path that Rue took from the forest to leave this place. There is a moment of wondering whether at this time when all of my court will be asleep, that I might in the dawn find and apologize to Deloso de la Rue. And instead,
Corporal, find this falls into quick hands and loud mouths. What? Oh, are you sleepy? Are you a sleepy little guy? Listen, the bosses get to sleep.
Wovey can hear me much like Rue narrating my letter out loud to myself as I...
Oh my gosh.
The burden of execrable misery, far from waning with the passing hours, counters all adages and aphorisms whose musings on the passing of time are rendered mendacious.
Mendacious.
Like lying, I think.
Counsel,
I knew that. I knew that.
dull and dreary ache, the most dispassionate tempest whose ruinous wake strands what it cannot destroy. It has taken me 45 minutes to write the past 4 sentences, so I shall speak more plainly. I wish that you were here. I wish that I could tell you that everything would be all right. And most ardently, I wish that you might one day read and I'd stop near the hoof.
It's you. You misplaced that.
Perhaps I did. I am not gifted enough or proficient in the skill of acting to be done in anything other than the most honest and straightforward way. You have come here seeking satisfaction, and I stand up to my full height and get my halberd. It is yours to seek and mine to give if you wish it.
I do. Pick your weapon.
It's
a duel.
No.
For indeed, mischief is the first virtue of the code of goblin chivalry. A true goblin never truths when he might trick. To part the seeing from the being is the greatest goodness goblins get.
You feel a little sand betwixt your cheeks.
These ones?
Yep. You're not wearing pants, Dot.
You've inserted sand into the crack of my ass. A most ribald jape! And I clap my hands.
Discretion would be essential if I were not turning a new beak. Though, can you turn into a bird?
You can't.
You can.
I'm sorry.
Would you allow me to turn you into a bird? That's not a sexual thing. That's just
No, he's taking it the sexual way.
Okay.
How big a bird?
And a flock of birds disappear yet again. Is that something you might be interested in? Oh, I'm very interested. And I would love to send out birds to as many houses as possible.
Yeah, there we go.
A duel on the southern lawn. A duel between Captain Hobb and I'd like to present it as Rue's assistant.
Ooh.
That's going to be quite hot, and I know that it might cause me some damage. Although I could find like a large piece of paper to hold over my head. But let me run this by you.
What is Pillar Boy wearing?
Unbecoming and uncouth to interfere with a duel. But everyone is talking about how I was bested by Hobb. Would it not be more important for me to take this as an opportunity to prove my worth?
Yes. Triple duel. A triple duel.
Yes. A bold suggestion.
Well, I'm
Young
a
master.
bold boy.
I need more spell slots.
Okay. Oh boy. All right.
I can do like 2 cool things and then I have to go to bed.
Right. No, I can't. What was your last problem? You
My
needed-
son keeps hurting himself
Right.
at Squire practice.
So I feel like you need a babysitter,
I know
right?
that's not what it's called.
Okay.
No, that's not what it's called.
So, all right, I need you to grab some wood and string.
Just like any wood?
I mean, it should be like special wood, but like any string is
What
fine.
the fuck is special? I'm
Like-
so sorry.
No.
What is special wood?
Tie the string upon
Hold
the-
on.
What?
Jaffa! Get down! Get down! Get down!
Oh, it's...
Down!
Her child or a dog?
Is Binks a warlock patron?
Yes.
Oh my God, we got an answer!
It's crazy that you answer. I was like, there's no way she's gonna tell.
I'm like
She's
over here, like not enough spell slots. Oh, wait a minute, this is a warlock.
Did Squawk send a bird to Rue to inform them of the duel?
Yes.
Rue's assistant to Rue escaped Hobb. That the Lords of the Wing are mad about the shit he said. So I think he meant it in so little offense, and it has not gotten back to him that was a faux pas. So I think he looks at you and goes,
Cousin,
What do you think he's
cousin, what's your play?
Also, I'm rocking a 15-foot reach right now.
That's right. Okay.
So it's like
amazing.
my my one arm is like 6.5 feet of reach, and as I run up two-handed, I like drop, let the pole slide, so the full extension of the halberd comes in. This is going.
Feet away, you hear, "I demand satisfaction."
Oh, like
I demand.
yeah, everyone turns to
I'm sorry. This is not on me. I don't believe.
I demand. Can you hear me? Can I? There's nothing I can cast to make my voice loud as I'm closing in. You bested me in battle once.
Lord.
You bested me in battle just once. And I want to drop the robe that I have. And so I'm just in like cotton pants.
Oh, you're wearing cotton pants and it's raining on you. You're soaking wet.
And your shirt
Your
looks
shirt is off.
Shirt is off. That
Cool.
that will cling. The rain will make the pants cling, so we see it all.
What are the rules for casting a spell now?
One round. Swords. Just one.
Do blades count as different swords? This doesn't come apart. It's just.
Oh my God.
There's a fucking rain cloud over my head. I grew up in the slimiest of situations. A wrestling match against me. The slipperiest boy.
He's a slippy boy.
Oh, he's not only big, he's slippy.
I've chosen my words very carefully. So I will say, in respect to those herein gathered, if a secret shall not be shared willingly, then I shall not be the one to share it. I ask only this: if the beautiful Viscountess Grabalba rejects a proposal of marriage, I would ask that people handle it with more grace in the future. And I walk off the dueling field.
And that's where we're going to end.